Hello, good evening. Hi, welcome to our live for the full moon in Leo. Thank you so much for those that are going to be live with me and that they are live with me, and for those of you that are going to watch later. As I mentioned, we are going to celebrate the full moon in Leo tonight, and as always, I am going to walk you through the timeline, what we are doing for tonight. So we are going to open the ceremony. We are going to talk about the astrology of the moment for the full moon in Leo and everything to do about all the signs from Aries to Pisces, the 12 signs of the zodiac. We are going to do after a clearing meditation so that we are being ready to receive the energies for tonight and for the energy of the full moon. And after that, usually I pull out an oracle card that is going to mention or tell us what is the overall energy of this full moon in Leo, and then we are going to close off our evening. This should be around 1 hour, more or less. So again, thank you so much for being here. This live with me or after the live during the recording. So let's start. Let's begin. Closing our eyes, you can keep your hands in prayer, or one hand on your higher heart or the thymus gland and one on the belly, and we are going to open the sacred space so that we feel safe and secure to open up and receive everything that we are ready to receive tonight. To the south, to the west, to the north, to the east, to the Mother Earth, for the Father Sky. Thank you so much for being here with us. To all the stellar nations, the moon and the sun, and all the ancestors that need to be here, have to be here, and can be here with us, as well as all our higher self. We are going to ask for each person, higher self, to join us and to be available for all inspiration that we are ready to integrate, recognize, become aware of, and become conscious of. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, everyone, again, that are watching. Also, last but not least, I want to ask Archangel Michael with the Lords of Karma or Angels of Karma to surround each and every one of us and the whole group of people that are going to watch this, in order for us to feel protected and only love, light, and truth to be coming here in this space. All the other energies that are lower than these energies, I need them to be sent to the light and transmuted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. Now that we've raised a bit the vibration, we are going to start with the details related to the full moon in Leo. And again, the details related to how these are going to be, the signs are going to be influenced, like the 12 signs of the zodiac, and how to navigate better these energies. So, the astrology. We have, as always, a moment when the full moon is happening, where on the sky the moon is exactly at the same degree as the sun, opposite the sign, because this is the full moon. A full moon is happening when the feminine, which is the moon, and the masculine, which is the sun, are coming together. Sorry, they are coming together opposite of each other. So they are 180 degrees. So, for example, they are opposite at the exact degree. that's when on the sky we say that it's the exact moment of the full moon in Leo, and the sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Leo. So this makes us question also the fact that 2 weeks ago, when the new moon happened in Aquarius, we had a moment of creation. The cycle of creation started. So if you haven't watched my new moon in Aquarius, you can go in the playlist and watch it, because this now is the moment when the intention, or everything that we wanted to understand better from the 2 weeks ago happens now. For example, if we planted a seed of intention 2 weeks ago, now it's the moment of completion, or the moment of when we see that seed is sprouting in some way, or we understand something related to it. Also, it's also when a full moon, when a new moon in Leo happened, that would be end of July or August of 2022. So that would be 6 months ago, or when we again have planted an intention, or we wanted to understand something, we started a process, a project, and now it's coming together for us to finish it, or to understand it, or to make it better, to improve it, and to let it go. So, as I said, the full moon represents a completion of a process of creation, or something that we need to let go and understand, or maybe something that we need to improve in the process of creation and move on in the same creation, or the same process, or something else completely different. So this is a moment of releasing things that we no longer need, of cleaning after ourselves, of understanding things. So it's a moment of illuminations, of illumination, so we can actually put together the pieces of the puzzle and understand the things from a higher perspective. So that's a full moon. But what does it mean in Leo? Okay, when the energy is happening on the axis of Leo and Aquarius, this is telling us that in order for us to feel freedom, we need to embrace the energy of Aquarius, for example. That means we need to be unique. We need to feel good when we are authentic. We need to feel good of embracing the unknown. We need to feel good about maybe not walking with the crowd for a period of time. We need to feel good when we are alone in a process, because not everybody understands the process, and so on and so forth. So that's a freedom of choice, right? When not everyone is going to be supporting us in our endeavor. Or we can also feel the love that we are, and also related to the energy of Leo in this case, where we have so much love for ourselves that we have a secure attachment of how I understand. So the relationship that I have with myself, or the relationship I have with others, is healthy in such a way that we allow people to be free and be themselves, but also we have, let's say, the boundary, or the safety boundary of understanding when I begin and somebody else ends, or where someone ends, someone else begins and I end. So a clear distinction of people, allowing people to be themselves, a clear picture of loving ourselves in such a way that we allow ourselves to be authentic, to be true, to be courageous, to express ourselves, and not just by speaking the truth, but also walking our talk in that truth. So this is the energy overall of the full moon in Leo. is speaking, and this is collective energy. But also, as always, the moment of the full moon, as I said, um, is telling us that there is also a story, let's say, on the sky. Okay, a story on the sky, and the story on in this case is telling us that uh, in order for us to to have let's say a higher love, or to understand ourselves better, to embrace the higher self better, to always grow, because our soul and spirit always wants to grow. We need to embrace the authentic self-love. We need to always be ready to walk in the unknown, to embrace the authentic self, to embrace something that doesn't, to let go, sorry, about something that doesn't resonate with us, and to embrace something that it does at the moment, and also to feel safe in that aspect in some way or some form, to have a level of safety, not necessarily going all in and not thinking about the rest, to have, let's say, secured risks, if it's I know it's like a contradiction, but this is something that we need to um, build in ourselves, or integrate in ourselves, a secured attachment and a secured way of going for new things, and integrate them in our life. Okay, so once we have that, once we build this safety, and once we understand the way, the fact that we need to go outside of our comfort zone, not but not disregarding our own needs and wants, we need to understand that at this point we are going into something that is higher. In what way? Because on the journey, or on this process, there are steps that maybe they're not going to happen right away, or there are going to be steps that we are going to need to do that are not necessarily getting us immediate results. So the unsafetiness in the safetiness is going to give us the ground for learning something more about who we are and what we need to do. um, so maybe, I'm not sure if this is the term we are going to, but yes, we are going to sacrifice the short term gains for long term rewards. So because that's what is telling us, or is going to show us how to embrace a higher sense of self. Okay, so as I mentioned, this would be the process of truly loving ourselves, then embracing the unknown, always finding the unknown as being something that we need to go towards in order for us to integrate the higher self, find the security in the unknown. As I said, the secured attachment, or a secured way of understanding how to go about the process of growing, and also understanding that some of the things that are going to be part of this process are not going to be immediate. They are not going to bring us immediate results or understandings. So the sacrifice, as if we can say that, the sacrifice in this term is a short gain, right? A short gain. So always aiming for the long term rewards. So this, as I said, is the story on the sky related to the full moon in Aquarius. full moon in Leo for the whole moon cycle that is still available for us today, and the whole cycle. And this is collectively, this is the energy that all of us are going to be, let's say, triggered by, or invited to be integrated, and the energies to be understood, processed, and so on and so forth. But as I always say, we need to know when um, the things, where we are, right? The level of where we are. Always start where you are, because maybe this is something that we need at this point to actually just embrace with our mind, maybe with our emotions, and only then with our actions. Or some of us are maybe brave enough to actually go and do all the process all together. Okay, this is let's say in general what are the energies for the full moon in Leo, and how these are going to influence us. Also, before I go on and speak about all the signs, with starting with Aries and ending with Pisces, I also want to mention that to embrace the criticism. A full moon in Leo always shows us where we are very stubborn, let's say, of not understanding that in any process in life, or in any process of growth, we need to have some sort of feedback or criticism, but not criticism as in gossip, or but a healthy criticism that is going to show us something that maybe we never thought that we needed to embrace. So a healthy criticism is going to show us where we need to grow. So maybe some of us are going to be triggered by such of displays. Maybe someone is going to come to us and maybe show us a different way of doing things, or criticize us for some of the things that we are doing. And by us being triggered and not understanding that the universe is bringing that person actually for us to grow, is going to just make things easier, sorry, difficult for both people, because one is brought by the universe to actually show you something, but you are stubborn in your own ways and you don't want to listen to actually grow. So both of the people are not going to actually uh, progress and stay in a conflict zone because of that. So mind your business, or mind your the way you are going to be processing these energies that are coming to you, or these people that are brought by the universe to actually give you such experiences. So again, we are going to go now with Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and I'm going to tell Aries people which, when I'm talking about Aries people, I'm always talking about Aries ascendant, or rising, moon, or sun. So for Aries people, we have the energy playing out in the house of, or the area of children, or the area of creativity, of recreation, entertainment, in the area of romance, children, play. So for Aries people, what can happen is that for us to maybe feel loved more, or to find our freedom more, we need to embrace our creativity more. We feel maybe to be more like a child, to play more, to embrace this inner child that we all are, to maybe play with our own children, to make time for entertainment and pleasures, or to include something that makes our heart sing, any hobbies that makes us good. Also, maybe it's also a time to reconsider all these aspects in our life and see to balance them in some way, work and play, family and pleasures, and so on and so forth. So this is mainly what's happening for Aries people. For Taurus people, as I said, when I'm talking about Taurus people, I'm talking about sun, rising, and ascendant. For them, the area of life where they are going to be influenced by this full moon in Leo is their home, their private life, their soul, their subconscious patterns, the family, and everything that has to do with their roots or their psychological foundation, right? For women specifically, it's also related to the ancestors of the mother, also past lives we can find here for those of you that resonate with such a term. But overall, it's our sense of home, the home where we live in, our the town or the country we are living in. So for some of you, maybe changings in this area. We're going to either move out of the current situation or a home that we live in. We're going to maybe find something that we feel more at home right now. We're going to maybe dig in some of our subconscious or psychological issues that we have, and maybe find out something that we can heal. We are going to maybe um, get in touch more with our family, with our inner life, and understand what is love for us, what is home for us, and what is freedom for us from all these aspects, from all these situations. So that was for Taurus. For Gemini, the energy is happening in the house or the sector of the sky, that for them, where is their communication, their mindset, their thinking and speaking, but also interactions with neighbors, siblings, or first degree relatives. And also short studies or short travels. So what is telling me that for Gemini people, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they can review or rethink the way they are speaking to themselves, the way they are communicating, maybe to communicate with more love or more freely, because maybe some of them um, have not expressed the real self, or they have hindered their speech in some way so that they accommodate other, but they have done wrong to themselves because of covering such a things. Maybe you are going to be enlightened right now with the full moon in Leo to start writing something, a journal, maybe a book for some of you, to take a course, or some of you that have already started this, maybe it's a time of completion of a book and actually putting in a publishing house, or some of you understanding how the freedom and the self-love have affected or is making them love themselves more in this period, this moon cycle. When I'm talking about moon cycle, I'm always talking about the 28, 29 days of the moon cycle. um, so the energies are more available, or we are more sensitive to the energies, let's say 2 to 3 days before and after. but the whole process of all these energies are happening in the moon cycle. So whatever I'm talking about is not just for these few days, is for the whole cycle. I hope this is clear for you. For the next sign is Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. The energies are happening in the house of resources, in the house of your personal self-esteem, your values, and your material security or possessions, right? Everything that we own and everything that we use, for example, in order for us to create something, to live our life by, what we have, right, is the house of Taurus in astrology. And everything that we own or everything that we have is what is going to help us, including our skills and talents, is going to help us create something or bring something to completion or understand something um, um, or spend our money on, because whatever we think that is valuable, we are going to spend money on in some way or some form. So this place with and for cancers, or cancer people, are telling us that the energy is going to be triggering in this area, telling them to see how they are spending, or how they are um, yes, how they are bringing the self-love in this area, in terms of how they are using their resources, how the freedom or the values that are having right now are maybe not in alignment with what they have been doing in the last period, and they need to review that aspect, and maybe think of ways or a way to plan how they are spending their time, their resourcing on things that are not necessarily valuable for them anymore. So because of me, for example, I'm having more love for myself. I'm realizing that I may be putting some of my energies and time in something that is not fulfilling for me anymore. So cancer people may be dismissing or finishing something that have long started from, and now they are ready to actually be more authentic in their self-love and finish whatever they have done before, releasing everything that have kept them in a low self-esteem or low self-love. For Leo, which are the signs of this full moon in Leo, they are the star. So for them, the energies are going to be affecting them or triggering them at the level of their masks or their personality, the way they are perceived by other, their outer expressions. So everything that has to do with their self-image is going to change in some way. So that can be very superficial. For example, changing the hair, changing the brows, changing their lips, or making something change in their aspect, their bodies, or simply embracing something like a new personality that, of course, is going to attract different people, different aspects in their life, different way of being understood and um, embraced by other people, because whatever we actually project in the world, in some way or some form, are going to be, or is going to be, shown to us by situations or people that we attract. So um, Leos can actually, with this aspect, or this can change their life altogether, in all the aspects or all the sectors of their life, with just changing their aspects, their image, their identity. Okay, the way they perceive that they are changing, that they can totally change everything that has to do with their own, the whole life. So it's a moment of, as I said, illumination for all of us, but especially for Leos that can have like a aha moment or epiphany moment and understand different ways of being, or different way of their identity, different aspects of their identities. For Virgo, the energy is happening in the house of how I call it, the house of God, or house of service, the house of where they retreat. It's also a house of self-sacrifice, or also of things that we repress from the world and just keep hidden. It can be also things that we, if some of you are familiar with the term shadow. Shadow doesn't mean something that is bad, but also something that is that we don't want for other people to see. A lot of secrets that we hide from other people, not to understand. For other people not to understand or know about us. So with the full moon here, what is happening is that we are going to work. Maybe want to retreat more, maybe we want to serve more, maybe we want to understand more of our aspects of self, of true self, not necessarily our identity, but also is the house where we pray more, maybe connect with our higher self, with God, with the universe, so that we feel in communion with who we are at our core, and with the whole planet, humanity, and as a whole, with the universe as a whole. So this is for Virgo. For Libra people, the energy are and is happening in the sector of their chart, or the house on the sky, related to goals and wishes, to friendships, to humanitarian ideas, to global awareness groups, and anything that has to do with the collective. So for Libra, they can become more popular maybe now. They can have a more global awareness of a situation, a higher consciousness about the situation. They can become maybe more self-serving, in terms of becoming more humanitarian. Maybe they can get out of some of the groups that have been and let go of some of the groups that have been part of, but right now they are not resonating with that, with those groups. Also, some of the wishes and goals that they have on long term, maybe they are not what they want anymore, and they are going to maybe find uh, a place for other wishes and dreams that are more in alignment with who they are at the moment. So this is for Libra. For Scorpio, the energy is happening in the house of reputation, achievements in the world, your status, recognition, also anything related to career or vocation. So the energy now is happening here for Scorpio people, sun, moon, or rising, that is telling us that anything to do with your career or your social status, with your reputation, with anything that you achieve in the world, are going to be of great importance. You are going to either leave a job, or get higher paid, and your reputation is going to increase, or you're going to finish a project related to your career that is going to maybe upgrade you in front of people or your boss. You maybe are going to have some guides that are going to guide you related to a specific career that you want to embrace now, or maybe you want to change career altogether, and so on and so forth. Or maybe related to vocation, which is maybe in my case, or in my opinion, something different than career. Vocation is something that involves also different aspects of you, including your soul, what your mission, what you've come here to do, your purpose as a soul and spirit. So for Scorpio, these are mainly the area or the things that are going to be, let's say, triggered to understand, put together, to integrate as energies. And that also relates to, as I said at the beginning, with how we love ourselves, or how much freedom we want to embrace in our life. Okay, the axis of Leo and Aquarius. We don't want to, these energies are playing every time when we are speaking about the full moon in Leo. Then for Sagittarius people, the energies are playing in the house or the sector of the sky, where we talk about travel, we talk about long-term travel, philosophy of life, the religion, what we believe in as being true, your higher education, which means university, master, doctorate, and so on and so forth. So for those of you Sagittarius people, sun, moon, or rising, that want to embrace, for example, go on a long trip around the world, why not? Or want to uh, publish a book, or want to go in university, or embrace a higher education, they can have now the time to do that. But also, some of you maybe they are a bit more ahead in the process, so they can actually finish all of those things. They are not necessarily in the process of understanding that they want to start something. They are at the end of this project. They want to end something and maybe start something new related to that, or something that needs to be part of that same project. For Capricorn, for Capricorn people, excuse me, for Capricorn people, the energy is happening in the house of um, renewal, death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, where we feel very deep, where we feel that we can change and grow. Um, so for Capricorn people, sun, moon, or rising, they can actually embrace now something that is higher by transforming themselves in some way. It can be something that they are it's ending in their life. It can be a change in their environment. It can be something that maybe they are doing a healing, something healing in their life, or transformative, and that is going to transform something radical in their life. They can have a deep and intense experience on something. It can be something related to something of an urgency, and that means that they can understand what is of a priority in their life and embrace that. Maybe some of you do not feel free in your life, or do not feel that you love yourself enough, or other people don't love yourself, don't love um, enough, don't love you enough, by just thinking that you either overgive to those people, or those people are giving you very less than you deserve. So that is going to make you understand that you need to change something in the way you're relating, the way you are dealing with other people's resources, time, and energy. So this is for Capricorn. For Aquarius, the energy, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the energy is happening in the house or the sector of the chart related to relationship, um, relationship one-to-one. That means partnerships, either marriages, but also business partnerships or any legal matters. So you maybe now are going to end a marriage or a friendship. You're going to either end the partnership or any alliance with someone. You are either going to want and see that you need to relate in a different way with to other people. You are either going to end a legal matter or start something that you need justice for, and because you had maybe things were not fair or unfair to you, and you need to rebalance those things for yourself. Good. For that was for Aquarius. For Pisces and last one, the energies are playing in the house or the sector of the chart related to your health, to your nutrition, to anything that you are doing day by day or ritualistically, right? Um, Work routines, but also, as I said, self improvement, employment, and any health related things. So what you can do, but also it's the house of health and detox and so on and so forth. So what you can do, now you can either uh, start a new routine or end a certain routine because it's not working anymore for you. For example, you've always worked and now the 9 to 5 is not longer working for you, or you've been working on shifts and you no longer want that because it's affecting your health. You either going to do like a gut a detox, for example, because if you're not doing that, your health is going to be affected on the long term. So all these things are going to maybe be answers and triggers from the universe for you to incorporate new things in your life that are for self improvement, for anything, including in your job, what you're going to do, for example, that you can improve the way you work, your employment, or any services that you are doing for your work, for others, for you as a entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, and so on and so forth. So this is for all the signs, as I said, from Aries to Pisces. And as a conclusion, before we go and move on to other things, I want to say that the overall energy for the full moon in Leo as a collective is related and connects us with the um, area of knowing how to love ourselves, knowing how to embrace freedom in our life, in our relationships, knowing how to have a self safety attachment to things, and when we need to let go of things, and also um, to know that love without freedom is attachment, and freedom without love is a form um, of escapism, like detachment, right? Like you don't want to feel attached in you don't want to have a secure attachment, so you want to run, to be an escapism, right? Like in I hope I was clear in that. So I'm not sure if that is exactly the way of or the motto that I was quoting, but it's something like that. So I hope it was clear for you. Um, yes, so these are the energies and are going to happen for the rest of the moon cycle. So make sure that you feel into them, and maybe these things that I'm showing you and talking to you about are ways of maybe preventing some of the things that you have not foreseen. Maybe you're going to feel more grounded in knowing when these things are coming to you and understand these things better. I always find them helpful in navigating the energies that we need to integrate with each moon cycle, especially women, that we always have are influenced by the moon in the most wonderful way, even if you know it or not knowing, even if you are aware of or not aware of. So let's now go alone and start the meditation, the clearing. And as I said, this is a clearing meditation that is helping us to embrace and connect more with the energies of the full moon, so that are better incorporated, are better integrated. So this is a clearing meditation that you can do for the rest of this period, daily, 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how fast you are. And you can repeat it, as I said, either daily or have like a set of 7, 21 days. Because these are like more powerful numbers in numerology, and it's going to help you maybe integrate these energies better. Okay, so let's see. We're going to close the eyes. I'm going to ask you to breathe 3 times to release any thoughts, emotions, or tensions that we have in our body. Amazing. Beautiful. Keep your eyes closed. And let's connect more with the body. Focus the energy on the top of the head, the forehead, the nose, the mouth, the neck, the chest, the belly, the pelvic area, the thighs, the knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Amazing. And now, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to focus on the heart space. I'm going to ask again Archangel Michael and Lords of Karma to be with us and clear any emotions, thoughts, and energies that are lower than love, and to be transmuted all the rest of the energies to the light, to be transmuted now. Very well. Keep your eyes closed and focusing on the heart. I want you to imagine our sun in the middle or in the heart area. And the sun that we connect with We are going to imagine and also set the intention to become more bright. See and feel how the sun, the internal sun, is becoming brighter and brighter. And I want you now to see the sun going into your solar plexus, right below the heart space. And I want you to see the sun becoming more bright and more bright, brighter and brighter, eliminating and transforming anything that is coming in its way. Now we are going to see the sun going into the belly. For those of you on the second chakra, right below the belly. And we are going to see the sun being brighter and brighter and shining more and more. Last but not least, we are going to go on the bottom, right at the first, on the base of the spine, on the first chakra, and we're going to see the sun bright and shining brightly, eliminating and transforming anything that we might have there. See the sun shining more and more. And again, we are going to see the sun now on the neck area, or the throat area, where there's another energetic center, and we are going to see the sun shining and shining more and more. Going up on the third eye, between our eyebrows, we are going to see the sun shining bright, eliminating or transforming any residue that we might have there. And last but not least, we're going to go on the top of the head, the crown center, and we're going to see or imagine the sun become more bright and transforming anything that we might have that there as residue. We're going to see how now that our entire being is lightened up, is bright and more bright, and all the seven centers on our physical body, the top of the head, the forehead, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the belly, and our tailbone is covered, or the sun is shining more and more, and all the body as a whole is shining right now. This is a powerful clearing, very fast, that we can do every day, in order for us to to instantly raise our vibration, and also let go of any energies, thoughts, emotions, or energies that we might have gathered through the day, or from other people around where we are, but also related to any energies that we ourselves can have. So now the entire being is lightened up and shines like a bright star or sun. This is an instant, as I said, release of all energies that are lower than love, light, and also it's a higher vibration just by imagining the sun going into the centers, the energetic centers, and how the entire body is shining now. Amazing. Leo, or the full moon in Leo, is governed by the sun. So we can do this small clearing meditation. You can go back to it and do it daily for you to prepare for all the energies of this full moon to be integrated more easily. It's a 5 or 10 minutes clearing meditation that we all can do, and it's very short and powerful. Before we close in, I want you to ask an intention, ask for an answer to our guides now, to your higher self. We are in the right energy, and I want you to ask for something, a clarification, or to set an intention for this full moon, to be helped or guided in knowing what you need to do. It can be anything from what you want to do with a specific area in your life, a job related to a family member, to anything that relates to your own personal growth, and anything um, like that. If you are on the right path, it's also a common question or intention. We are always on the right path, but sometimes we may put we might go on and about, not necessarily being straightforward on our path, making turns maybe that are not necessarily uh, helpful. So we want to be in alignment with our higher self because it knows better. It's our own teacher. Amazing. If you haven't received any answers, just say inside of yourself that you are going to pay attention on the signs of becoming aware of what are the answers in the coming days, and also being preparing yourself to receive these energies in more with more openness, with more receptivity. Amazing. We are going to slowly come into the body and move the feet and the, the hands, the neck, slowly, slowly opening up the eyes when we are ready to do so. And right now, as always, we're going to pull out an oracle deck, actually, an oracle card from an oracle deck that is going to tell us what is the overall energy for this full moon in Leo. Okay, I'm going to ask the oracle with intention for spirit to show us what is the message that we all need to integrate, connect with at the collective level so that we have an easier integration on our journey of ascension and enlightenment. And one just pulled out just like that. I love when this is happening. It's telling me that spirit is with us always. And look at this beautiful card. It's so in tune with the sun that we've made the meditation for. Solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. And as I mentioned, the sun, the moon in Leo has the sun as its governor. So I'm not surprised about this beautiful card showing up. I'm also going to read it for you, for those of you that are live now, or for those of you that are going to show up and see the recording. Again, solar light upgrade. Just let me give me a moment to find it in the card. Uh, in the card, allow me just for a second. Solar light upgrade. That will be around here. Solar light right here. So the solar plexus chakra is found just above the belly button in the pit of the stomach, so right below our heart chakras. It's the energetic gateway that governs our gut, our instincts, and on an energetic level, our willpower and drive. This space can be described as a glowing sun. It is a space of warmth that gives us the necessary focus and energy to fulfill our purpose and realize our dreams. When the solar plexus gateway opens, our solar plexus becomes an infinite well of light in, in the pit of our being. This is a source of daily inspiration and ancient wisdom. When we feel our willpower increasing, we are remembering that we have prepared for many incarnations for the opportunities we have today. So, in order for us to connect, we can place both our hands on the pit of our stomachs, just like that, right? Both of them here, right below the heart chakra, and breathe to them, both the hands, visualizing a great fiery light switching on. Call your solar power up and out. And as I also mentioned, you can connect to these beautiful energies by going back into the collective clearing meditation that we just did right before this card. So you can play it before again the video and just do that meditation. It's short and sweet. So the message is saying the light of the gray central sun is shining on you, activating you to push onward and create. It is the perfect time to move forward with projects, goals, and intentions. Align your energies with whatever you are ready to create and experience. focus on what you are ready to grow and where you are ready to expand. As you focus on your goals, you are giving them energetic encouragement to flourish and open. Like the warm summer sun kissing the ground, encouraging the flowers to grow and bloom. That sunlight has arrived. It's here in you now. And also, in order for you to see the areas that the sun is coming into your life, and because it's connected to the full moon in Leo, I also mentioned for all the signs from Aries to Pisces right before the meditation, where for Aries to Pisces, ascendant moon or rising, ascendant moon and sun, you can see where the sun is shining for you in this moon cycle. So you can go again and review this, watch this live, and you can see exactly where the sun is shining for you and where you need to integrate these energies in your life. So as always, thank you so much for those of you that were live, popping in and out. Thank you for the ones are going to watch later and seeing me tonight. Thank you again. We are going to now close the circle because we were very blessed with all the energies to be guided and inspired. And for that, as always, I'm asking you to close the eyes, hands in prayer, and just listen to the invocation of closing to the south, to the west, to the north, and to the east, and to Mother Earth and Father Sky. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you so much, God. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, light beings, and all the ancestors that were available and wanted to be with us tonight. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you so much for all the energies that we were able to clear and integrate from this full moon in Leo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, take care and blessing in your higher ascension and blessing on your enlightenment journey now on earth. See you next time. New moon and full moon, I'm here for you. Take care and namaste.